Oh boy, we're back. It's been a couple weeks, chat, but hello. This is Wireheads, a Cyberpunk Red podcast where myself and my co-host talk some crazy shit, and you listen to us for, in total, if you're on Spotify, 2.5 hours straight, which is incredible. Thank you all for doing that. Or you're here with us live on chat, which, again, thank you for coming and being part of this. Today, that's going to matter. And of course, those of you on YouTube, if you bounce between our videos every week, you know that that is the same thing, just a little different. For those of you who have not been here before, my name is Emmerron. I am a Cyberpunk Red professional GM, content creator, and I have been a combination of busy traveling, sick with the aftershock of a vaccine last week, and now we're back officially and finally. Because I am not running around or dying. So joining me as always, of course, is my co-host.
Hello everybody, I'm Diamond Dust. I'm a net runner on the internet and also a professional GM on StartPlaying. I also run a couple of campaigns over on Twitch. And today we talk about a rather important holiday in Night City. And it may or may not have something to do with the December 25th holiday, but
yep,
a little while before.
We all know that to worship the shrine of capitalism, you have to participate in it. And there's one day out of the year where that participation is more important than any other, and that's Black Friday. Now, in our world, Black Friday is just that. It is a single day where there's just a ton of deals, whatever, or deals, right? Some of them are just kind of not honest about that. But, you know, it's a shopping day. It's gotten less and less important as like online shopping's become the predominant way to do things. However, Night City in the time of the Red is not like that. Shopping online, problematic. So you have to go out in person. And boy, howdy, let me just tell you exactly how violent Black Friday can get. It lives up to the black part of that name in a big, big way. Death, destruction, explosions. It's great.
And the part of the reason that we've decided to do this DLC, we're going to turn back the clock from 2045 all the way back to the year 1996. Oh, who was it that brought up the Tickle Me Elmo craze that has caused deaths, Emmerron? Was that?
It was either...
Was that Ghost?
It might have been Ghost. Yeah, because we were all hanging out in the Neon Inferno voice chat the other night, just casually playing games and stuff. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was either Nyla or Ghost that brought up like, oh yeah, you mean like Tickle Me Elmo? I'm like, that's a great point.
What happened?
Well, okay,
yeah,
so that's right. This is before your time. So
yeah, I was a 99 model.
Yeah, I was all of like 4 years old at the time, but I remember hearing about it because there were other things that incited the same riotous behavior, though probably not to quite the same extent. So for those of you who are not around in 96, let me tell you a little story. So Tickle Me Elmo was an extremely popular and not terribly expensive toy that was literally a Elmo doll that when you pressed a button on its chest, it, goofy shit. Kids, for some reason, really were about that. Parents, of course, wanted to get it for them. So what happens is everyone, as is the tradition, especially then when the internet was in its very nascent, unrefined form, online shopping didn't really exist in a proper way yet. And you would always line up for Black Friday shopping. I mean, this tradition has been around even in more modern times, in the 2000s, even 2010s. I remember going to Black Friday shop with a couple of my friends once or twice. And like in the 90s, though, this was a big deal because that was the only way to get stuff. So you had to be the first one in there to claim your product, right? And get in, get out with the goods, right? So many people wanted the Tickle Me Elmo doll that they would violently fight for these things. They wanted in so badly that when they opened the door, people died from trampling. That is how bad this was.
In New York City, they chased down these delivery trucks, snatching them off the truck before it even hit the store. I'm actually gonna see what was the death toll on that Black Friday.
It probably wasn't that much, but it's to even have a death toll for the day is
like,
kind of
there is a rolling website, Emmerron, that has kept track of the death toll of Black Friday.
I'm not surprised, I'll be honest. Like, that makes sense. So we, of course, we at Wireheads are nothing if not innovative when we come to the thoughts and ideas, especially when they're so freely given to us by our friends. And we just got Mass Combat about a month ago. So, like, it feels like an opportunity that needs to be taken advantage of. So we're going to make a Mass Combat table for Black Friday shopping, so that when you go down to your local bodega with your chooms to find the Danger Gal Puma Squad action figure set, you can be the one who gets in there and doesn't get flatlined.
Well, my thought is also, like, it's that one big night market that a bunch of the corporations decide, you know what, yep, we got to go all in. Mm-hmm. This is how we're going to do it. And, you know, they set up there on the edge of one block. They know what they're doing.
They know exactly what they're doing. And it's that coaxing little, like, dangling carrot over the line, like, come here, little booster gangers, come get your good shit. You want it.
There are not enough Lazarus operatives to deal with this.
They'll try and fail, but they'll try. All right, so let's start here. I'm going to pull up Hope Reborn because I need to pull up Mass Combats again, just so that I have a full-fledged, easily accessible understanding of this. So this is the one where, man, I forgot how many Mass Combat. Here we go. All right. So the first thing, I think we need two tables. We need the Chaos table, we need a clock, and we need to understand what are the forces at play here. Inevitably, you're going to have booster gangers. Duh. You're probably going to have, the crew, which are edge runners. And then probably there's some kind of corporate funded security that are in play here. So, chat, here is where I think I would like to propose, Diamond, if you're cool with doing it this way. When these Black Friday deals happen, should we have a couple of different security forces that could be present? Or how do we want to structure that?
So I'd like to say, let's go for like the one of the biggest fixers who might host one of these really big markets. None other than the king of one block himself, Rex Royale. He knows what he's dealing with here. He's probably lived through it.
And he's got the ear of the corporations to the point that they'd sell him shit to sell there. Yeah.
So it's one block. So, you know, Rex is commissioning, you know, Royal and the many other edge runners of one block. Like, all right, guys, it's the big night of the year. Get ready. So I'd say we'd have, of course, the mercenaries of one block present. I don't know what Rex calls his enforcers, but we have the neighborhood. We have like the local neighborhood force, whether that be in the case of like other places, NCPD. Okay, so you got NCPD or 6th Street or Rex's enforcers, Gold Dragons, Tiger Claws, whatever enforcement gang you have.
Sure.
I classify NCPD under a gang for this case.
They are. They're just
someone with some good heart. Someone with good hearts, others not so much.
Yeah.
So, of course, we got those guys. Then, of course, Rex is like, okay, well, I'm going to get all the corporations to come in to do all these giant deals. So the corporations are like, okay, we need Lazarus, or we need insert whatever private security here. So we have corporate security as another group that shows up here.
Corporate security. Okay.
They don't give a shit about the public. They give a shit about their clients only.
Okay. So this is the way that we can break this down, I think. So you've got... so there are 3 stages to this. And I think this is where your clock starts to come into play, right? One is... Because as you so helpfully just pointed out, shit's got to get there first, right? Yep. So that's probably where the corporate security is going to be most interested, is in securing the shipments themselves. So, Jesus Christ.
So,
you look at Null's comments in chat, you'll see something.
They named themselves. If you want to steal a booster cane I use for Black Friday, you can definitely use the Coalition of United Mothers for lip.
The fact that the Coalition of United Mothers. I see you, Null. I see you.
What? Can't the Red Chrome Legion go out and do their own shopping? Anyway.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? But I will keep that in mind, no.
So corporate security, they'll be arriving either like the night before, or, and I'd say this clock would be over the span of hours, like how and small spoiler for Hope's Calling, okay? Small spoiler warning, whatever, for the next 15 seconds. Hope's Calling, a portion of this, you are up against a clock, and it's a matter of hours, not rounds.
Yep.
So I'd say, like, of course, you'd have a clock that is like hours through the market. And so on the early end, you'll have corporate security delivering the stuff to the market to get set up. And then their priority will be the shipment, the client's booths, and then getting everything out.
Okay, so I'm going to insert a table here for that. So we're going to say, because I think the clock in here is just 2 columns. Yes, it is. Okay. Insert table, 2 columns. How many hours are we thinking? Like 8 hours?
8 hours like leading up to the market? Or
8. Well, actually, we can do 10, because then it can be tracked on a D10, which is always nice.
Yeah.
So what I would propose is that that's the whole length, because we all know that if you're going to get any of the good shit, you have to be there early, and it's all gone within maybe 2 hours of the, the market opening, right? Anything beyond that is tame, normal shopping day, pretty much, right? But all the good shit's picked over.
You might have a chance. You might find an interesting find. Fun fact, one of the grocery stores where I used to live actually did Black Friday deals. And I would load up on snack cakes and put those bad boys in my freezer for a good long while. Good times. Though an old lady tried yanking the Twinkies out of my cart, and I'm like, hold on, ma'am. These are going to last me for a few months.
That's insane. That pen, I'm going to steal out of your cart. Jeez.
It's like, there's still more, all right? But it first starts off with, corporate security arriving. along with whatever the vendors arriving.
All right, so we're gonna do, and actually I should add an extra row above here, and we're just gonna do round, or can I spell the word round? No, I can't with the, but I can do this. Boop. Boop. There we go.
Ruined.
That explains why I'm having a problem. Okay. It's like, that shouldn't be, but yeah, menus are in my way. Okay, cool. And then this is, I'm gonna center this, and then this one is detail. All right. So then center everything on that. Okay, cool. So, and then I'll actually probably center this as well. Formatting is important, kids. All right. So we're just gonna fill all this down. 3, 2, 1. And I think at 1, we're just gonna say almost all the good shit is gone. Better luck next year, Chum. There we go. So that's an easy one to fill in there.
Make sure you have a fixer in your party when you go to these things. They might be able to help you after round 1 happens, or after the last round happens.
Yeah. So we are going to so round 10 is oh, and actually these aren't rounds, these are hours. We just said that. So
yep.
Hour. All right. And so then what I should do is flip these actually. Or this would be 9, then 8. 9, 8. And I'm sorry, chat, if you can't see this right now. But I am. We're going to be able to start actually taking suggestions here in a moment. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. So yeah.
So hour 1. So this might be like what? And like they come in an hour before market opens up and
so
start
I'm just
setting
gonna
up.
say shipments begin to arrive in the area of the market, and yeah, so we start there, right? Shipments begin to arrive in the area of the market. Hour 2 would be
Market opens.
Unloading.
Okay.
Unloading begins. Goods are no, just unloading begins. That's fair. Because yeah, the transport, so hour 1 is transport arriving, 2 is the unloading, 3 would be market open to VIPs and sellers.
So VIPs, would this be the equivalent of having access to a midnight market?
Yes.
Okay. So curry some good favor with your fixer then. All right, and then after that first hour, then the floodgates open. Like these guys go.
Yeah, so I would say hour 4 is where, yeah.
That's midnight.
Floodgates open. Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah, that'd be midnight, right? 5.
All right.
All right, so this is where we start getting into the bulk of this, right?
All right, so I'd say with this, whatever the, I'm trying to think, like whatever like the main selling point that this fixer has, that's going to be probably the first stuff to disappear. So I guess in the case of like, you know, say, 3 pieces running this market, it's going to be electronics. Electronics are going to disappear like that.
Right.
Or in the case of Rex, weapons.
So let's define something up here ahead of the clock.
Okay.
When creating a night market that is taking place on Black Friday specifically, select one category of item as described in the Cyberpunk Red Core
Or rulebook.
On in the, I'm gonna actually spell this out here, Cyberpunk Red for rulebook on page.
I got you.
Yeah, what's the night market creation table?
Night market creation table is going to be on page 338.
338, or roll for it in the same way you would when making a night market using those rules. This category becomes the becomes a target. Items from here, I need to actually put a period there. Items from the targeted category will be depleted faster than others as the clock progresses through the events. Because then what we can do is on 5, we can say highest sought after category of items loses has one of its items vanish out of stock. Yeah.
So, saying you're going to Rex's, that Militech Perseus you wanted, hopefully you got there in time.
Yeah. Or one of those, not taken off the menu, was become out of stock. That's probably the best way to word that so it's not confusing. Yeah. Then by the next hour, all items of the target category are out of stock. Because it's within like 2 hours, all of the targeted stuff is gone. That said, there are usually side deals, right? So now this is where we define the next thing. In addition, pick 3 items like you would for a midnight, let me capitalize that, midnight market. These are the secondary targets for the market and cannot be part of the targeted category. E.g., oh, here, I should probably do it this way. E.g., if you have electronics as the targeted category, then your 3 items cannot be electronics.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So that way that's clear. So what we have here then is on hour 7, you get item or roll roll 1d6 divided by 2. The item corresponding to this number is now out of stock.
And then repeat the process for the next 2.
So for the next 2, assign each of these number from 1 to 3. Yeah, and I would say, yeah, then we can do roll 1d6 on an odd result. Eliminate the lowest remaining secondary target.
Okay.
On an even eliminate the highest remaining secondary target. And then 9, the last secondary target.
So the question is, so here's the next question. Why, like, what causes the Black Friday midnight or like the Black Friday night market to become so ravenously popular? My thought is, do we take everything down a step?
Everything goes down 1 price category. Anything, let me put it this way. Anything that is very expensive or lower has its price reduced by 1 price category. Luxury items and luxury items and above have their prices halved.
All right, so let's so we need to put a note in there. Like, do we put that after targets or like before or after?
So I would. So during. So I'm going to do this during this night market. Items of the target category have their prices reduced by 2 levels. Are the price categories reduced by 2 levels?
Oh, so you mean to tell
of how high they normally are?
So you mean to tell me the Midnight Arms Beast? I could get that for 100 eddies.
If the Beast normally 1,000, then yes, it would go down to 100. Yes.
Woo!
But that's why these targets get reduced quickly, and there's challenge involved with this. It's not gonna be like you just walk in there and get it. Like,
now I'd like to throw in there though. If you are a fixer and you choose to work with a fixer of the same rank or higher, would you be able to add another category when you're running one of these?
Would you be able to add in another category? Like, what? How do you mean?
So, you know, let's say the case of like Evergreen. So Evergreen is a rank 6 fixer, okay?
Right.
And she decides to host a night market and proceeds to partner up with John Freeman. Now, John normally deals in, making connections and whatnot, but John also has connections in other places. Would John and Evergreen be able to bring in 2 target categories to the black market, to the Black Friday night market? Like you can gain a second one, but it has to be a fixer of the same rank or higher than you. So basically, fixers would have to actually make an effort to get those contacts, because you can't just be like, "Oh, hey, little rank 3 fixer, come here." No, you would need to, if you're the one organizing this, have to punch up your weight class. And the clock would still just work the same way. It's just each target category would become depleted by round 6, and then
I see.
And then we still just go with 3 secondary items. Like, these are 3 high demand items that are just showing up at this market. It's just that way in case you happen to have that kind of power you can leverage for a bigger market.
Because the way I look at target categories, those are more based on what people want to buy versus it being dependent on there being supply. Because otherwise, this is going to have supply of most things, right? So that's kind of for what this would be. I think the better way to do it, because this is what I was just thinking of, is for every additional fixer beyond the first that wants to participate, you can increase the number of extra items that are available outside the category.
You can go from 3 up to 6.
For every fixer that wants to be involved beyond the first, you get +1 item.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Because it's you and up to how many fixers that can throw a night market. Is there a limit?
I'm not sure, but I feel like, in order to, maintain using the D6, that would make sense, because I think you just gather with other local fixers to make it happen.
You can substitute. But yeah, I would say...
okay. Once per month, working with other fixers of your rank, you can set up a night market. So I'd say in order to, I'd say for each fixer you add, it would need to be your rank, or you have to punch up your weight class.
Yeah, because Null brought up, you could do a number of additional items per fixer equal to half that fixer's rank. You could. The problem becomes trying to make that work with a roll table gets really challenging.
Yeah.
So, because you want to randomize what goes out of stock first. You don't want to leave that necessarily in the GM's hands. Not that I would not abuse it, but I know I'm not writing this for strictly my table. So it's one of those things where I like trying to keep some reasonability to that. Plus if we're going for chaos, it's beyond the stretch of that. And then for this, it's luxury items and above have their prizes halved if not part of the target category. Yeah, and then Yeah, and then, so then the other thing that we're actually going to need, I want to go below this if I can. There we go. Because then we're going to need chaos. So chat, chaos is where you're going to come in.
Absolutely.
I need good ideas for chaos. So chat, here's your call to action. Commenters, Spotify, YouTube, this is your call to action. Give us your best chaos events. We will include up to 10 of them here in this chaos table. In addition to the ones that we can kind of cultivate. We'll pick the best ones and add them.
Yeah, we'll find the best or like most commonly selected ones. Mm-hmm. Though I have an idea.
What's that?
Maybe someone accidentally drops some drug reagents and it produces a nice little biotoxin bomb, basically. Poison or poison that just kind of happens right in the market. So chaos ideas. Oh goodness, everyday level access is oh, so that means packs of Elflines Online cards are still up for grabs.
Exactly.
That's still important. Chaos ideas. I have
yes.
Drug.
Classic.
Right, drug
Give me the item. Let's see. Hold on. Give me the item. Whole shop. No holds barred brawl. Yeah, of course. I mean, that makes perfect sense. So
agents.
A fight between two are between two booster gangs breaks out. Each side has a number of participants equal to the party. And then I'm just going to say use hardened booster gangers.
Ooh.
You don't want to make it easy. Like, if you just can walk in there and just deal with them, that's boring.
Yeah. Drug reagents accidentally spilled, acting as a cloud of poison, nasal filters, or anti-smog breathing mask protects the user.
Let's see. The mobility mob, the gnarliest geriatric gang, makes their presence known, storming the night market to sweep the shelves. DV15 contortionist or athletics check to avoid being crushed by the stampede or take 46 damage.
Round getter. All I can hear is the fucking hover round theme. Yeah. That's all I can hear.
I like that idea. The mobility mob. One of the gnarliest geriatric gangs in the city. Sweep the shelves of all the good stuff.
Oh, culture. Are you going to make that real easy for some people to get some free stuff? Because that's how you get some free stuff.
That's why we call it chaos. It's neither good nor bad. It is just...
the reseller horde, a.k.a. scalpers, boosting shit to resell at outrageous prices outside the market's doors for FOMO deals.
Oh, I do like that idea. I do like that idea.
A face down could possibly force them to hand it over at the asked rate.
I have to think about that. Let's see.
Contortionist.
The crew must beat a DV15 contortionist, or I would say, or athletics check, because you could theoretically outrun or outmaneuver them with athletics.
Yeah, that's what's being asked for by Noel.
Yeah. 10 old women drop from the ceiling, Mission Impossible style. They attempt to steal some items from the players, and they will grab and take one of the players themselves if they can't grab anything. Oh, I love that.
Wait, where is this?
Null set it above the mobility mob comment.
Oh. Oh, goodness.
I love that idea.
Don't touch my fucking Twinkies. Anyway, oh, Militech Catalyst. NCPD conducting a raid on a night market with the assistance of Max Tack nearby. Ooh.
Under the mob. Suffering 4d6 melee damage. This counts, this armor worn only counts for half its normal SP. There we go.
So we got Culture Nerd. Oh, okay. All right. Very cool Twitch.
Oh, it normally does that, yeah.
I tried to just do a little copy paste.
Yeah, it normally does that. It decides it's highlighted.
All right, Scalper, boosting stuff to resell.
Aren't necessarily illegal, unlike midnight markets. I mean, midnight markets even themselves aren't necessarily purely illegal. They just gather the underworld to be in attendance and usually deal in higher value items. They don't, to my understanding, have the stigma of being purely illegal. They just bring out the big ticket stuff.
Some can be illegal. Sometimes midnight markets are very much, hey, I can't just sell this to any Joe Schmo. This needs to go to some high dollar folks. So with the scalpers, because we all love scalpers, especially back in 2020. Scalpers really helped the market a lot, as I nod sarcastically.
Yeah, they're the reason that I had to fucking fight through COVID to get my PS5. I know. It's great.
So, what do we do to scalpers that are trying to, sell you I don't know.
Oh, no.
A mod fire 10X.
I've got an idea.
Okay.
So, I appreciate the fact that you have corrected all of the spelling and stuff in this. However, I'm going to delete it to rephrase it.
Okay.
So bear with me. Your work is appreciated, but this is what we're going to do.
Give the guy a bodyguard. Give the
scalper in question.
Give the scalper a bodyguard.
Okay.
Every good hustle artist has to have some muscle.
Fair. So what I'm going to do is say a team of scalpers.
No, I am not giving my party AI infested items. They're going to pack bond with those things.
Are taking items to resell.
Looking at you, bitchy.
The target category, or one of the secondary categories, if nothing of the target category is still in play. And so team of scalpers, unless stopped by the players via combat or face down, they purchase all of one item from the target category or the secondary target, immediately making them out of stock. There we go. So basically, if you don't stop the scalpers in time, then you literally just lose an item early. If the item is a secondary target, advance the clock by 1. There we go.
Yikes. Oh, advance the clock by 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I have something I'd like to point out here.
What's that?
There is a certain group of gangers that it's very endearing to, the Neon Inferno community, and that's Generation Red.
Mm-hmm.
Why not a hat tip to them? Maybe they've got hands on an item one of the target items. They are being shook. They're being shook down by the security there. So you could intervene in this case. Yeah, okay. Might not look good to the fixer, but Gen Red could possibly supply you an extra one that they snagged.
So here's what you do. A group or person from a player's life path is being shook down by a shopper who really wants the item they're currently trying to buy, and it's getting aggressive. Let me see. And then I'm going to do in bold. Intervening advances the clock by 1. So the idea here is like you can help them, but it might make you miss out on stuff, which is that's the trade-off.
I mean, at least you're helping your friend out, and maybe your friend might have something, or you have a favor for later.
Right, exactly. So it's that cyberpunk adage of like saving yourself or saving the people around you. You get to choose one. Like,
Culture Nerd brings up one from my part of the world. The classic Pacifica Man breakdown on drugs. Just, I'd say, someone just happens to have a little too much holiday cheer going on, and maybe a cyber psycho? Just drop a cyber psycho in there. Or maybe not quite a cyber psycho, but somebody that's like really, really coked up. One of the shoppers has information overload,
or one of the shoppers in the night market is either overstimulated on their final straw or otherwise overwhelmed and just I don't want that. And just lost their the item they wanted to purchase to a thief. Add a cyber psycho to the market that immediately attacks the closest player. There you go. That's how you do it.
The players bought the thing. The players bought the thing. And they are obsessed about the thing. Okay. Well, I have I saw one. Pickpockets. A pickpocket attempts to lift the player's what do we do? Agent, money, like what do we do in this case?
Lifts a small item that can be no larger than one that could fit in a player's pockets. This could be something like their agent, a concealable weapon, or other small trinket of relatively high value. And that would be how I would do that.
That can fit in a pocket.
Or be worn on their person. Yeah, be worn on their person. Because that could also then be something like watches and things like that. Similar kind of...
what?
Yeah.
This guy, David Copperfield, someone?
I mean, if you're overwhelmed and someone like swats your arm away in such a way that they can like release your watch, are you gonna notice in the middle of all that?
Oh, this is true.
Like, so pickpockets can do that easy. Like, that's not even that hard.
So let's see. A pickpocket attempts to lift a small item no larger than something that can be worn on a person. Money, an agent, or a watch, etc. Player must... Okay. What do we do in the case of a pickpocket if the players decide to engage with the pickpocket? Is the pickpocket going to be just, a very simple booster ganger? Or what are they going to be? A road ganger?
That would just be a lower P. I would say players must beat a DV 15 perception or concentration check in order to notice or permanently lose the item. That's how you do that. Doesn't need to advance the clock or anything, but just they can lose an item.
Yeah, it's just if confronting the pickpocket, what kind of stat block do we use for the pickpocket? Just a meek booster ganger?
Yeah, we just use regular booster ganger.
Okay.
Use booster ganger's stat block. Give them a skill base of 12 in pickpocket.
I'd say also pickpockets are pretty good at actually getting themselves like stealthing away after lifting something. So
give them a stealth and pickpocket skill base of 12. That would be what I say.
Skill base of 12 in.
All right, no, it's just give them a. This is how you say it in the least amount of words: stealth and pickpocket skill base of 12.
All right.
And then there.
Well, yeah, so we got that. So let's see. We've got if players want or wanted or being
if players
tracked.
are wanted, yeah. Identify person attempts to attach a tracker to the player agent, person, or vehicle. Ooh, a reverse pickpocket. That's kind of neat. Okay.
I love it.
So I'm gonna word it this way: an enemy or other adversary, or let me see, an enemy or agent of an adversarial organization places a tracker, or I would say attempts to place a tracker on a player. That player must beat a DV15 perception or concentration check in order to notice this. GMs are encouraged to choose this the organization in the most interesting way. If no player has any such enemies or organizations pursuing them, then reroll on this table. There we go. Just to allow for that contingency.
Important person, an important positive or negative character from one of the PC's life path is here, scrounging for something. Engaging with this person, the clock advances the clock by an hour.
By one, yeah. Oh, that's fun, yeah. A VIP, the players know, I'm just going to say good or bad, is at the market looking for deals, engaging with them advances the clock 1 hour. Or the clock by 1. Just gonna do by 1. That is the easiest way to write that. Yeah, I think clock should probably be capital C. There we go. Beautiful. Could be your long lost brother or the BBEG. Who knows? Yeah, exactly. I think that's a pretty inspired one. I dig that. One seller, nomad group, gang, agency, or corpo was delayed by traffic or other means and offered selling items of target goods. Roll 1d10 to determine what time seller arrives. Not possible last hour of the market. So like,
Honestly,
so a seller was delayed by traffic or other means, and so in other words, seller arrives late, but are offering goods of the target category. Roll a
second
D10.
chance. Okay.
Yeah. So roll a d10 to determine what time the seller arrives.
Yeah.
Interesting.
However, again, like once they start selling, they're gone. They're depleted by the next hour.
Yes, exactly. So we're gonna do. A seller has arrived late to the night market and needs and has more items of the target category. Because already this is to be on a chaos table already. So we actually don't need to roll D10 to determine when they arrive. They arrive when this is rolled. They will be gone by the next hour. Or they will be out of stock within the hour. Go ahead.
The Philharmonic vampires or bozos decide to commit to a prank. And in the light of their prank, one of the target items, one of the secondary targets gets destroyed beyond repair.
Is selling exceptional but useless forgeries.
Interesting chaos table item. Interesting.
This can be detected, because I would do this. This can be detected by beating a DV13 forgery. Or no, we'll boost that. We'll be a DV15 forgery check.
Yes.
Check.
Rocker Boy Manson's signature, because this definitely is a legitimate thing in the time of the Red.
Tries to use the item later. In which case, come on, Google Docs, stop showing Diamond's name over that.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. It's not your fault, it's the program. In which case, it is revealed to not work. For weapons, this looks like the gun not firing or the melee weapon falling apart the second it is used to attack. For armor, this could look like a bullet piercing straight through the armor plating.
Oh no.
That was made from substandard materials.
These forgeries aren't like written forgeries, they're fake. Oh no.
General gear, this could just mean the item doesn't power up or is rotten or otherwise unusable. There we go. Forgery is opposed by forgery. Correct. That is why I made it a DV15 forgery check. Or DV15, excuse me, forgery check.
No, what is this?
Why are they selling this?
This?
You encounter merch in the night market for you and
your edge running crew.
You do not remember taking the photo shoots for all these framed photos, t-shirts, and other cheap merch. Some of the merch items contain inside jokes and references to things that nobody should know about. When asked, none of the fixers that organize the night market know how those items got here or who brought them. Oh, that's fun. Okay.
Oh, gosh. Oh, I could see there just being a t-shirt that's just got Flash like hanging onto the rope that's got a hold of the case that we found during Drummer and the Whale, and then hanging onto the submarine. It's just like, what? How does anybody know about this?
Yeah, right. It's like that. What's his fucking name? The guy that is it like Narduart or something like that? It's the one guy who somehow knows like the most intimate details about hip hop artists. And he like goes around and just like, so is it true that when you were in high school, and all of a sudden they're like, how the fuck do you know that? Like,
it's kind of a weird talent to have.
It's something. I don't know, man. That shit is all right.
Hey, that's oh my god. So that's where that went.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Somehow, items featuring photos of your crew are photos, lost items, or taglines of your crew have shown up at the night market. No one knows how they got here or who is responsible for creating them.
Oh, I got
more
one.
Horrifying than any scabbed under Cyber Psycho. Yeah, true.
This is a hat tip to the bodega encounters. A kid comes up to you guys asking if you've seen their mom or parent. Burn an hour to find. Like, you can either do the humane thing and take this kid to find their parent, or the clock advances by 1. Their parent does not offer. Well, of course, it's all about the December 25th holiday spirit.
Yeah, just really like be like, well, and see, this is the fun thing. So something I'm going to add up here to the top, just so that way this is noted. Bear in mind several.
What's up?
No, I'm just adding. Bear in mind several images on the table are most effective if not read aloud to your players. Please stop reading now. All right.
One sec, actually. I feel like that one, though, besides, the clock advancing for an hour, that the party should be rewarded. Because in this case, let's see. Your actions, I'd say, like, in the CMK, your actions save a life, give you 2d6. Maybe instead, like in this case, you do regain a little humanity out of that one.
Let's see.
Because not only do you not get paid or rewarded for your efforts, you lose an hour, but I mean, you did basically save an innocent life. You gain maybe a D6. D6 divided 2 from the sweet smile of the child. I'd say that might be helpful
there we
in
go.
that
Just
case.
like a D3 humanity gain, like that's pretty fair, I think. Like,
oh yeah. Let's see. Skin craft surgeon offers services or advertise.
So, I will throw this out there, chat.
Yeah.
I'm having fun continuing to do this. Of course, normally we do finish out our episodes with a Q&A. So what I will say is
do we even have
this.
questions?
Well, I haven't gotten any additional questions this week.
I haven't.
But this is why I'm throwing it out to chat now. If you have questions, I'm going to keep the topic the same because like this topic is what we're still doing this technically. But if you do have questions and you would like to ask us questions, please feel free to put them in chat.
Yeah.
And we would be more than happy to answer them while we go through and do some of this.
We got like another 10 minutes, so yeah, till 9. Let's see. A skincraft surgeon offers services or advertising. Most famous players' features are available to take the rocker boy groupies to the next. Oh, that's a little.
Ooh, it's like that one dude that got. Oh fuck. There's the one guy that got a ton of plastic surgery to look like a K-pop idol. I forget which one it was.
Oh.
There was a guy who literally got like, it was a ludicrous number of plastic surgery operations. And then went to go meet the idol that he did this based on. And like, the idol wanted nothing to do with it. It was like really fucking weird. So yeah, that is an interesting little addition. Some of these might not be chaos. Some of these might just be straight
weird
up
encounters.
Really weird shit. We might have 2 tables that we make off of this. We're working this out. Let me
weird night market encounters for from the Night City Shopping Network.
Yeah, right, exactly. Let's see. Delta Hall's group of Christmas carolers have started following you. They will continue to stick around until you bring them a figgy pudding, costs 100 uddies. If you just try to ignore them, they'll provide a -2 to all Chaos Table related rolls until they are killed or appeased with the figgy pudding. So Chaos Table related skill checks, to be clear, because I understand, I believe what you meant by that, but it's skill checks. Let's see, a group of what's the word I want? There's an adjective for this. Overexcited carolers that cannot wait for the December 25th holiday.
Oh no.
Crowd search with a giveaway of Offline's online item or character redeem codes. I love that. Oh, because you could go one step farther than that, actually. I'll say what I mean here in a sec.
Oh, it cannot. It can get worse. It can always get worse.
Oh, it can always. This is half of the items that we made for this DLC. We can't technically call it a DLC. This homebrew addition to Cyberpunk Red or Cyberpunk Red by Artel Saurian Games, please do not sue us, is very much like Diamond would say one thing and be like, oh yeah, this would be great. And then I'm like, oh, you're right, that's great, because here's how it can be worse. And she's like, what kind of nightmare have I unleashed? I'm like, you joined me for a podcast.
It's just like, hey, this might be a great way to help to improve the quality of life for your edge runners in this horrible, horrible world. But wait, there's more. Elfline cosplayers formed the mark. Oh gosh. Not those aren't the famous Netrunners, Santa's elves. What do you?
All right, there we go.
An actual visit by Santa the Netrunner on his AV4. Oh,
that is a weird. That is a weird happening. I do love that. I'll add it. Why not?
Yeah.
Hold on. SANTA has arrived to share the latest data heist. I'm actually gonna mix your last two, Prepper Jack, because this is the reason there's a crowd surge. Has arrived to share the latest data heist with the masses. A crowd surge follows. Players must beat a DV-17 evasion
or dance.
DV-15. No, I'm not gonna do dance for this. It's either evasion, athletics, or DV-15 contortionist check.
3-piece and Brain are in elf costumes. Oh my
or
gosh.
be trampled by the crowd, causing 4d6 melee damage. SP of any worn armor counts or half its normal
current value.
Rounded up.
My gosh, that's brutal. Oh, that's brutal.
What is
just DV-17, DV-15, DV-15. Oh,
yeah,
that's gonna be rough. Oh gosh. Oh. Oh goodness. I'm just having the thought. There was also the thought. Somebody had mentioned that NCPD is coming in to do a raid. I don't know if would that be, or would that be a little out of touch for this one? I feel like some cops would actually be coming in to actually get some better fucking gear than what the NCPD offers them.
See, I want to say that someone would, like a law enforcement agency, it's kind of like, right, NCPD maybe not, but like some 3-letter agency that is like some new up and coming, no, this is what you do. You have it be some, no. You have it be some NCPD rookie that has come in and is like, this is how I'm gonna earn my place in the force. Some over-eager go-getter that is just decided, like, shit on the real thing that, like, because yeah, the vets know that this is where you get the good shit. The amateurs don't. They just think, oh, I tracked a synth coke drug lab to this market. Time to get my promotion, and don't realize they're actually fucking up their coworkers' shopping night.
Yeah, if there was a lawman in the group, you could just, scruff the kid, just be like, shut up. If you want to make the work tomorrow, shut up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like if you were part of the same law enforcement faction, you could just, be like, look, shut up. Shut up.
Right.
Shut up.
Someone in the NCPD, probably a rookie who thinks this will get them promoted, has called in a raid on one of the cellars, causing a bit of chaos. If the crew has a lawman, or they, or what is the word I want to use? Convincing. There we go. Convincing them to leave the night market requires beating a DV 15 persuasion check. If the crew has a lawman that all right, I'm just gonna leave it at if the crew has a lawman, reduce this to DV9.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I'm wondering, because I know that, some of the other, enforcement gangs actually are, on good terms with the NCPD. Would that also work if you're part of a different group?
Yeah, because you assume at the very least the lay of the land enough to make a convincing argument. That's mostly what I'm leaning up against there. It's like, if you already know how to argue with the police in a way that would convince them to leave, right? You could, or pull your own badge out and be like, motherfucker, stop ruining my shopping.
It's like, you don't need to be explaining to Sarge why he couldn't get his new gun this year.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because you know what the score is, right? If any of this causes the clock to advance by 1.
And if the NCPD does arrive, would it just be the backup? 4 cops, or what kind of... Would it be the lawman's backup of 4 cops, or what would it be?
I would just say, it probably, if I were running it and describing it, that's probably what I'd describe. They're not really here to rough anyone up, though, in the middle of a very public venue. They're looking to, get the drug runner. They're here to arrest them and get the fuck out. But obviously it takes time, and it causes, what's going on over there? All the nosy Nancys in the room are gonna, swerve their heads to the left and be like, wait, hold on, what's going on in that direction? And it inevitably is going to cause traffic jams and things so it advances the clock by 1 because
being one of NCPD's undercovers, just showing up in your dirty fucking jacket, grabbing this blue shirt by the collar, just hey, I will make your life hell.
And I'm literally going to specify through the most crowded part of the market. So to read to chat what I've just written, someone in the NCPD, probably a rookie who thinks this will get them promoted, has called in a raid on one of the sellers, causing a bit of chaos. Convincing them to leave the night market requires beating a DV15 persuasion check. If the crew is a lawman, reduce this to DV9. Failing this causes the clock to advance by 1 as the cops take the perp they are tracking away through the most crowded part of the market. Literally the most amateur bust you could possibly do.
Yeah, great. Stepping on toes with some of the biggest fixers. Yes. Oh, that is such good work, rookie. Such good work.
Wow, really great. So you're the reason Sarge didn't get his Perseus this December 25th holiday. So you're getting put on desk duty for the next 6 months. Thanks a lot, fuck.
Oh no! No! Just send him to go watch over the university district. Let him go. Have to play nice with the corp security over there.
Oh man. Oh man. No,
I can see some plot hooks coming from this. What?
You put him out into the combat zone for a detail for the next 6 months.
Oh, yeah, but it's just like, yeah. By the way, everybody knows what your face looks like. You were the one that ruined Black Friday this year.
Yeah, you're the one who ruined Black Friday. Put him on 1 block detail. Oh, you like police in that area so much? Good news, fucko. It's time to go patrol that for the rest of the year. That's actually funny. I do like that.
Yeah, it's just like, you new assignment, Rex Royale's turf. You're kidding, right? No.
You like to enforce it so much during their Black Friday night market that we want to make sure you have every opportunity to catch those perps in the act for the next 6 months.
Especially during the coldest time of year where people are probably not going to want to get out of their cars to come help you. So
you're going to be freezing your balls off getting shot at by gangers, and we're going to be sitting here eating donuts and drinking our coffee. It's going to be a great time. Like,
the body cam footage is going to be good. Trying to think, like, what?
Garden's live leak equivalent. Jesus Christ.
Oh, this is awful. So yeah, we'll have to kind of sift through these and figure out what our top 10 are going to be.
Segway duty.
Yeah, you
oh my god.
You get to go work with the wonderful folks at Lazarus Security, who are absolutely going to respect you over the executive zone.
Absolutely.
All right? Absolutely.
Oh
You'll be so bored.
Oh my god. All right. Well, yeah, we are actually nearing the end of our time here. I think we're a little over. So, chat, thank you so much for so many great ideas. If those of you watching on YouTube or Spotify, if you want to contribute ideas, please put them in the comments. Both places now have comments, which is awesome. Please put them in the comments. We would love to add them to our list. And what we'll probably do is sometime this next week, we will go through and potentially with a couple of our friends, so we have a few more than just the two of us to judge. We will vote on the best 10 and put these together into a chaos table, so that way your December 25th holiday can be bright and joyous as you torment your players this year. But Diamond, any last minute words here before we sign off?
Make sure you pack enough ammunition and enough eddies. Black Friday is coming.
Black Friday is coming. That said, that's our show for the week. Thank you all again for coming. For those of you watching later, thank you for listening and watching. We so appreciate you and all your support. And I hope all of you have a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Stay healthy, stay safe, and until next time, guys, peace.